Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Fate and Destiny Astro. In this video, I will talk about retrograde planets and what are its implications. Because whether it's inner planets or outer planets, every year they have a phenomena where instead of going direct motion, they just get stationed and then they start moving backwards in the previous zodiac, and those are very powerful days or times for people to learn their past lessons. So what is retrogression? Retrogression or a retrograde planet is a planet that appears to move backwards from our perspective from Earth. And retrograde makes planet energy turn inwards, and it pushes us to review, rethink, break old thinking patterns and realign. For example, when Mercury turns retrograde, Mercury has to do with communication, technology, travels. Every year there are situations when you see computer systems, there's problem with that. They get crashed, or sometime, airline software systems have some issues, or maybe there's miscommunications. Let's say you apply for a visa or you applied for a government document. Suddenly those documents get lost, there's delays. That is everything to do with Mercury. When Mercury gets retrograde, communications has challenges. Whatever you want to communicate, people take the wrong way. That is only one example. Another example could be Venus. When Venus turns retrograde, because what is Venus? Venus has to do with relationship, beauty, love, values. So when Venus turns retrograde, and if it is transiting your 8th house of intimacy and deep secrets or revelation or transformation, old past comes and haunt people. There's some secrets of intimacy, maybe from your partner or from your past, that will come forward, and they want you to tackle it head on so you can move on with the life. So I can break it down, retrogression, in two different planet categories. First is called inner planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Mars. And then the effect when these three planets go retrograde, it has more personal effect. In astrology, all the planets go retrograde except Sun and Moon at different times of the year every year. And in our Hindu Vedic astrology, Rahu and Ketu, which are Moon's north and south node, they always go retrograde anyways in that direction. And if I talk about outer planets, which are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, which are beyond the asteroid belt, and they're massive in size, and they take time and few months to go through each zodiac. For example, Mercury typically goes retrograde 3 to 4 times a year, and the retrogression lasts approximately 3 weeks each time. And Venus, it goes retrograde every 18 months for 6 weeks approximately. Mars, it goes retrograde every 2 years for approximately 2 to 2.5 months. And Mars dictate your drive, action, ambition, your energies. And outer planets, they focus broadly on generational impact for humanity or people's consciousness. So first planet I'm going to talk is Jupiter, which is an outer planet. Every year it goes retrograde for 4 months. And Jupiter deals with your luck, expansion, belief system, philosophy, wisdom, and knowledge. Saturn goes retrograde every year for approximately 5 months. And Saturn has to deal with discipline, responsibility, structure, long-term goals. Uranus, it also goes retrograde annually for approximately 5 months. And Uranus has to deal with innovation, change, rebellion, and freedom. And then Neptune, it goes retrograde for approximately 5 months, and Neptune has to do with your spirituality, illusion, intuition, and your dreams. Pluto, it goes retrograde approximately 5 to 6 months, and Pluto is a very powerful planet for transformation and deep psychological changes. So while inner planets like Venus, Mars, and Mercury, their impacts are very quick and you can feel on a personal level, whereas the outer planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, they are slow moving planets and they stay longer in certain zodiac in retrogradation and create societal shifts, deeper internal work for everyone. You can watch other videos on my TikTok or other social media, YouTube, to learn more about these planets. And another thing you want to know about this is these planets, when they go retrograde, their energies are critical for our deep inner work. They want us to go and learn from our past lessons, clear old patterns for our future growth. And they create very powerful opportunities for personal evolution and improvement. So planet signifies, when they go through different houses or zodiacs, all the astrologers across the world, the professional astrologers, they put out articles in different medias, talk about impacts on different zodiac based on your ascendant or your horoscope, depending where it's going. And each planet signifies certain thing. At the same time, the zodiac gave the back, the color or back, basically what kind of things you have to feel. For example, Cancer zodiac has to deal with home, family, emotions, nurturing nature. So when a powerful planet is going retrograde in Cancer, certain old things will come to the forefront, and that planet want you to evolve and fix and take care of those things. Similarly, when a certain planet like Mercury goes through Scorpio, Scorpio is the 8th zodiac, and it basically pushes you for intense retrogression or intense introspection on all the hidden secrets from the past, transformation in regards to your intimacy and relationships. So past issues come to the forefront. So folks, this is the basic video on retrogression, why retrograde planets are powerful, and during their stay in certain zodiacs, how we have to revisit some of the issues, work on them so we can move forward once they go direct and we get the results which we need. In other videos, next videos, I'll talk about upcoming retrograde for the year 2026 of different planets, and I will explain in detail what impact will it have based on your Lagna chart or your horoscope. Thanks for watching. God bless.